Hello, everyone. Welcome to Who the Hell Asked. Byron here alongside a very tired Slade.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, the life of someone working in the mailing industry right now.
Yep, 60 hours a week. But that's all right, because we're here to give you another episode. And you know what? This episode kind of sucks. A lot of bad news.
But
we do have something good to start off with.
Yeah, GTA, whatever. The next GTA, the new trailer for the next GTA game will be coming out on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. This is going to be the biggest trailer ever in terms of view count, in terms of social media reactions. It's gonna be crazy. This tweet already has 149 million views and 1.9 million likes.
Absolutely. It's going to be absolutely nuts when GTA 6 or GTA insert city name here gets announced. I can't wait to see the trailer. I also just can't wait to see how it compares to that leaked build from like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, God, I forgot. I kind of forgot that happened.
Yeah, I'm actually just like straight up really curious how this is gonna look. But
yeah, like this is going to be the biggest game of all time.
Yeah, absolutely, or at least the most anticipated game of all time.
No,
obviously the game needs to come out.
Well, yeah, but and also I think we're getting like a Miami setting. Possibly, or like a Florida setting based on like the palm trees and the sunset.
Yeah, that is a pretty interesting guess as to where it could be, but
yeah,
only time will tell. December 5th, that's going to be in 2 days, which I believe is on Tuesday.
Yep, it's going to be quite the day on the internet. Speaking of things that had quite a day on the internet, good old Ubisoft had quite the day on the internet when somebody on Reddit and Twitter spotted this image, which was to promote the Black Friday sale for Assassin's Creed Mirage when somebody hit pause playing certain Assassin's Creed titles. So yeah, you could see in this like little like GIF below, someone's playing a game. And on the pause menu for a brief second, you get the ad for, hey, Assassin's Creed Mirage is 20% off.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. They blame it on a technical error.
Yes.
But to me, this is just a red flag for how they plan to add ads to pause menu.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
It's Ubisoft. Can you really trust them? Maybe it was a technical issue. Apparently, this is no longer a thing in the Assassin's Creed games, because obviously the Black Friday sale is over, and there's nothing else to really, like, promote, but, like, yeah, like, remember when, I don't know if you remember this, Slade, when 2K tried to put, like, real ads in NBA 2K after, like, halftime or whatever? Like it's a real NBA game you would see on TV or something?
Yeah, I remember that. I also remember when Street Fighter V was also littered with ads everywhere. Ads were on the characters, ads were all over the arena in the background.
Oh, God.
They were also on the loading screens. Like, yeah, ads are starting to get more and more pervasive in video gaming. And it's pretty sad to see.
Yeah, like having...
To me, I think this is indicative of what they're planning to do in the future.
Like, having, like, some, like, real companies on, like, billboards and games, that's whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, product placement's whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, product placement is fine. Like, having, like, in like, let's say an NBA game, having, like, the sponsored logos on, like, walls or whatever. That's whatever. That's fine. This, not fine. This is not fine.
The opposite of fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But yeah, yeah, dear God, this is good. Oh yeah, and Microsoft apparently did full screen Xbox pop-up ads to promote its own games recently. So even on the console UI, Slade. My God. Alrighty, so next up, Oh my god, I don't know if you heard about this. The Bethesda response to negative Starfield reviews on Steam. Boy, oh boy. So Bethesda...
Yeah, so I'm actually looking at this and I'm kind of baffled that this developer, and from my understanding, when this was posted on November 27th, which was last week,
yes,
they were still responding to reviews at the time that this was reported.
Yes.
So, to me, I feel like this shouldn't be the job of the developers or even the PR team to directly respond to reviews on Steam or on any platform, really. Because ultimately, reviews are supposed to be informing customers of the product and its quality.
Yeah.
That is the primary purpose. At least that's what's supposed to be their primary purpose. We all know that a lot of reviewers either get paid off or they get blacklisted from companies if they don't leave somewhat favorable reviews. And they don't get early review copies. So, like, stuff like that happens all the time, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
But in this case scenario, it looks like the developers got on there and they're just flat out making excuses for why a lot of the issues the game has have them, and basically telling like their the people reviewing the game that they're not either being understanding enough or that like they're flat out PR speak for you're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And, but this is pretty yikes, honestly.
Yeah, and like I've seen speculation that maybe like they're using some type of like chat GPT or AI thing because of like how fast they're responding to some of these like reviews, and how there's a lot of very similar stuff like, oh, you can fly, you can shoot. You can do a lot. Starfield is an RPG with hundreds of hours of quests and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Yeah, someone from Bethesda customer support. Apparently, this has been just a weird thing Bethesda's done for years, because I remember hearing back during, Fallout 76 that, like, if you were banned, you'd have to, like an English teacher, write me a 500-word essay on why using third-party tools and cheating in online games is bad. Like,
yeah, like I said, everything about this is pretty yikes. It does feel, I don't know if they did come out really fast, but to me, I don't think it's like a chat GPT thing or whatever. I think it's just one of the developers is a fucking keyboard warrior. And they're going absolutely nuts responding to some of these reviews. That's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, that's also a fair impression. God, Starfield was such a mixed bag.
Yeah,
by the way,
it absolutely is. I played the game myself and I quit after like 3 hours just because I could immediately tell the game wasn't going to be for me. It was a real shame too, considering I really looked forward to it.
You should have quit at 2 hours to get that refund.
Yeah, unfortunate. I gave the game a fair shake. Speaking of a company that is no longer going to get a fair shake, Time Splitters studio Free Radical Design faces closure before Christmas.
Yep. Good old Time Splitters has to be up there as one of the most cursed IP alongside stuff like Advanced Wars and whatever.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
It's tragic that this is happening. This is confirming another report earlier the month when 900 employees were let go.
Yeah.
They were restructuring some of the other studios that were working for them, and it looks like it is Free Radical that is getting the axe.
Yep, and guess what? If you don't know, Free Radical were owned by motherfucker Embracer Group.
Yeah.
That Saudi deal falling apart has done so much damage, dude.
It's going to do even more damage. Honestly, like, it feels like they're at a race to the bottom.
Yeah.
And it might even get to the point to where, like, they might just, like, end completely at this pace.
You know what? A hot take prediction for 2024. we see Embracer Group fall. Not because we want to. Obviously, it would suck for people to lose their jobs and stuff. But, like, look at the direction Embracer is heading. They've had so many game failures. They've been laying off so many people, closing quite a few studios. Like, it just feels inevitable at some point. To me.
Yeah.
But...
No, I'm entirely with you there. That's exactly what I was alluding to.
Yeah, God, and I feel bad. At least in the case of Free Radical, Play On, the Embracer division which runs the studio, is required by UK employment law to consult employees for a minimum of 30 days before making any redundancies, including exploring ways to avoid them. So that's good. The studio could remain open, but yeah, it's God. I feel the most bad. Obviously, it sucks for the employees. Obviously.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
They didn't even get a chance to bring back the Time Splitters IP because the studio was founded in May of 2021. They didn't even get a chance to make a single game before getting the axe.
Yeah. Like I said, the whole thing's just absolutely tragic. But,
yeah, God. Pour one out for Time Splitters, one of the most cursed IPs in all of gaming.
Yeah, it's a shame too. I loved those games growing up.
I've heard they're pretty good.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed them personally. All right, moving on to the next topic. Not necessarily a very good one. ReedPop seeks buyers for Eurogamer, Games Industry Inc., Rock Paper Shotgun, VG247, and Dicebreaker.
Yeah, good old ReedPop. Now, if y'all don't remember, ReedPop were the people that were going to try to bring back E3. And, Slade, you remember how well that worked out, right?
Yeah, it is completely disastrous. Fell apart. It was not good, to say the least.
Yeah, and I find it ironic that GamesIndustry.biz is reporting on their site plus others potentially being bought by somebody else. I don't know why. There's some funny irony, in my opinion, to that we're covering this from GamesIndustry.biz, who are one of the companies mentioned here.
Well, my take on it is not only is this like reporting or whatever on their own situation,
yeah,
but I also get the impression that maybe they're also trying to advertise that they're open to like other companies to get acquired. Maybe I don't know. To me, this reeks of doom and gloom.
Which
when you have companies trying to actively sell companies when they don't have a buyer that's already like in the works or in mind, usually that means that company they're trying to sell either is hitting a dead end in terms of what their goals for them are, or the company's on the brink of, or the properties involved are on the brink of closing.
Yeah, which, like, it hasn't been a great year for gaming websites, for gaming journalist websites.
Not at all.
Has not been a great year, but...
Putting it lightly, honestly.
God, yeah, and we've seen so many, like, people from those outfits, like, do other, like, YouTube stuff. Like, and have their own, like, Patreons or Ko-fis or their own websites or whatever.
Oh, yeah, and I think we're also getting to the day and age where content creators are taking over the reviewing space for games more and more, and people are paying more attention to user-generated, like, reviews and informational articles than actual gaming media outlets.
Yeah, or some of the big names at these outlets go on to make their own places, like Greg Miller. He has Kind of Funny Games now, which is one of the bigger YouTube gaming news outlets out there.
Or like even one of the most respected people in the industry, Jason Schreier.
Yep, Jason Schreier, Jeff Gerstmann. I know that was another one. He's doing his own thing now. It's crazy. It's crazy, man, what's happening with this. Yeah, the company said in a statement, ReedPop, part of RX, has reviewed its UK business and decided to investigate the potential sale of its Gamer Network. What a name, by the way. Gamer Network. and associated editorial digital properties. We believe that new ownership offers the best conditions for the growth of the business. Ooh.
Yeah, so honestly, I don't think that when you hear articles or see articles like this, it typically means that those like the properties are involved are all alive and well. It typically usually means that, hey, we're up shit creek without a paddle, and we kind of need somebody to help bail us out.
Yeah, we're hoping for the best for all of these sites, for Eurogamer, Game Industry, VG 24/7, Rock Paper Shotgun, etc.
Yeah.
Oh, lordy. And
all right, now for some potentially good news. Even it's really just news. It's not good or bad. It's just news.
Mm-hmm.
Bandai Namco Studios is founding a studio specifically to only work on Nintendo titles.
Yeah, so apparently they've had a hand in projects such as obviously Smash Ultimate, their biggest one, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart Tour, ARMS, the atrocious Mario Sports Superstars. But they've helped with a few Nintendo titles, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward, because obviously two of the big titles, they've worked on a couple of Smash games, they've worked on a few of the Mario Kart games. Very, very interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah, so my takeaway from seeing this is I definitely think Smash is probably going to be the bulk of what this team is going to do.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's going to be a team probably headed by Masahiro Sakurai. I think Sakurai just really enjoys working with Bandai Namco. I mean, it's the first time he's retained a studio between two titles from Smash 4 to Smash Ultimate. So I think that is something that's going to continue for the franchise moving forward.
True, but remember, Sakurai's a YouTuber now. He's a YouTuber.
Yeah, you're hilarious, Byron. You're hilarious. And then he already said himself that he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but at least he's got the YouTube side gig now.
And I also think we're probably still going to continue to see them involved with Mario Kart. I mean, the best-selling Mario Kart title in the franchise is still selling 2 million copies a quarter. They were pretty involved with it.
We just did, by the way, a giant Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tier list video. My God, that was an undertaking. But yeah, apparently for that they had course level design and course character, machine parts, visual assets, and partial development cooperation. Ooh.
So I think all this is doing is making their involvement with the Mario Kart and Smash franchise even more integrated than it already is.
Yeah, so, next Mario Kart, Slade, it's closer than you think.
Absolutely.
And speaking of Nintendo, our final story of the week is about Nintendo's continued rivalry with the ROM hacking and modding scenes. So, Kaze Emanuar, who is probably the biggest, largest Mario 64 ROM hacker, posted on his X or Twitter account that Dan GPTV, had a video taken down of Shotgun Mario 64, which was a ROM hack that was Mario, but with a shotgun. And apparently, alongside of that one, apparently 10 other of his videos, not involving Mario with the gun, got taken down. So, an interesting thing happening in that regard, Slade. Let's talk about that first.
Okay, so obviously looking into this, this sucks. I think the fact that they can attack YouTubers like this, even though to me the mod should be covered under fair use and whatnot. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I think it's not like a coincidence that like the one highlighting Mario with the gun was like the picture for like. So I obviously think they're trying to picture this as some sort of situation where we can't have Mario holding a gun, but it's part of their MO not to just ban or target one video on a channel, but to carpet bomb the channel
Yeah, I don't.
There's many videos that they possibly can to just try to immediately take that channel out of circulation.
Yeah, we might have covered this. I don't remember if we did the whole Point Crow, Breath of the Wild modding situation that happened. I think like a year ago or close to a year ago. At this point,
or even the situation with the music channel for Silva Gunner.
Yeah. That one from a couple years ago. Yeah,
that's another great example of like their MO when it comes to targeting these kind of things.
Yeah,
so
to me, I guess the music one is a bit worse because like Nintendo literally could make that stuff available. They do in Japan to an extent, but
just not in the States, not in Europe.
Yeah, but like we said, there is another part to this story. So apparently, Mr. Dan Gameplay TV, I believe, does not have a Twitter/X account or other social media accounts because we're only getting the news through Kaze Emanuar. But the biggest piece of news, I think, for this is that Mr. Dan Gameplay TV, Dan GPTV, has submitted a counter notification. And according to Mr. Kaze Emanuar, he is the first modder to actually hire an IP lawyer to fight back against Nintendo abusing the copyright system on YouTube. Hope this works out. Could be huge. Not wrong.
Absolutely.
Not wrong about that. That last sentence is not wrong, but it could go either way.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it would be great for the entire modding community and stuff like that. And possibly even like leaks out into other kinds of content creation for like Nintendo games and whatnot in general.
Yeah.
If Mr. Dan could come out on top of this.
Yeah, or if ultimately like Nintendo removes the claims and just like business as usual. That's a possibility that could happen. Like Slade mentioned, there could be a giant win, or I'm gonna be Mr. Doomer here. There's a good chance Mr. Dan GPTV does not win a case if it actually goes to a court. We don't have any court documents. We don't believe it has gone to a courtroom yet. But if the hiring an IP lawyer is true, then we could be in for a very interesting start to 2024.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will definitely follow the situation. I imagine Kaze Emanuar is going to continue to post more information as he acquires it. So follow his X account.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah. hey, a lot of people do. They call it X, formerly known as Twitter.
Formerly known as Twitter. Byron and I are going to continue to follow this situation because this could potentially have huge implications. Yeah, but I imagine we aren't going to hear more about it for like half a year to even a full year because these things take a lot of time.
Because there's another story going on that we're going to wait on to even discuss here on this show because of the fact that there's potential legalities involved in it. But if Mr. Dan GPTV does have a case and win, that'd be great. If not, basically it becomes the death of, like, you're not going to see any more of those funny Mario Odyssey mod videos. You're not going to see any more, like, more than likely any more randomizer videos and all that stuff. And it's going to suck.
Maybe. It really depends. Because, like, to me, Nintendo might have just blank carpet bombed the channel because they saw Mario with, like, the gun. And that's just not something they want Mario associated with having.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Or at least not a realistic double-barreled shotgun.
Yeah, because Mario has had guns before in Smash Brothers, in Mario and Rabbids, but those aren't realistic.
But those aren't realistic guns.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but yeah, this case is going to be, this situation / potential case is going to be very interesting to follow. It's going to be very interesting to follow. But yeah, that's going to be it for the week leading up to the Game Awards. Me and Slade will probably either on Friday or Saturday recap the Game Awards as it's happening. But
that's going to be here on December 7th, right?
Yeah, the event is on Thursday, December 7th. Yeah, so we will have an episode out either on the 8th or the 9th on that whole event.
And who knows? Maybe Byron and I could potentially live stream it. I guess we'll find out.
But yeah, hope y'all have. Oh, this has been Byron.
And this has been Slade.
And hope y'all have a good day, good night, and goodbye.